It takes literally, if everybody's conscious, it takes no more than 90 seconds, 2 minutes to get that plane unloaded with people. We're assuming that everybody landed and was not injured. Now, we saw people standing on the wing. We saw.
You think that everybody managed to escape?
I'm pretty sure that everybody got off, yeah.
And everybody, they got onto one of those boats, and they were taken to one of these buildings near 42nd Street, where you are right now in Manhattan. Is that right?
Yes. They have, everybody's here, you know, just trying to get everything situated. Thank God. I mean, everybody pretty much is okay. I don't even know how to put it in words right now.
Well, thank God for that. Were there, I assume there were, you know, it's a regular a list of passengers, including a lot of children. Is that true? Were there little children, elderly?
Yeah, there was both, but I'm pretty sure both of them were able to get back on the raft, thankfully.
And get out. So as we're looking at this picture of this US Airways A320 in the middle of the Hudson River over there, surrounded by boats, it seems to be sinking as we speak right now. It's unclear, you know, if it's sinking all that rapidly. But what you're saying, Alberto, is that you believe everyone managed to exit the plane safely, to get on boats, and that plane right now, we can only hope and pray is totally empty. Is that right?
Yes. You know, I can't say 100%, but I'm pretty sure everybody managed to get off into one of the vessels, or eventually, pretty sure everybody's back already.
When you escaped from the plane, did the flight attendants and the pilots tell you to put on those vests that, you know, you always hear about it before you take off, about the emergency procedures? You hope you never have to use them.
Yeah, I actually grabbed one of the seats. That was the first thing that came to my mind, just grabbing one of the seats and using that. Some people grabbed the yellow, you know, the inflatable ones. Other people grabbed the seats.
Yes, and it certainly brings back some horrible memories, but we're hoping this is not the case here. We should also let you know that the FBI doesn't think it's the case either.
River, and we are not sure, as Matt told you, whether or not the pilot crash landed or if the plane did crash in the Hudson. But Matt, one can only assume that if the pilot did manage to put the plane down, and
being done at the moment to extricate those passengers as quickly as possible.
And do we have any idea, Greg, how many people have been rescued and are now on their way back to dry land?
I don't have any idea of that.
West Side Highway. Phil, we're waiting on Frank Lorenzo to weigh in here as we're watching more passengers come off of that plane being rescued, Phil.
And Maria, one of the things we need to find out, who makes the engines that were on this plane? That doesn't mean that they're at fault. Clearly, you have a flock of geese that are going to be thrown into the two engines. It doesn't matter who's making those engines. If they're overstuffed, they're going to fail. But I would be curious. We've got some calls out trying to figure out exactly who does make those engines. Maria, when you're looking at that picture there,
right,
you see the people there with the life jackets on?
Yeah.
That front door being open, and you don't see people just jumping out and jumping into the water. I mean, this looks like it was a fairly controlled crash landing, as much as that's possible.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have that large ferry on the other side, we can't see the other side of the plane, but it would theoretically, I mean, there's another door on that side. They might have been some way of trying to get people over to that larger ferry.
Right. And there's 146 people on that flight, 5 crew members, and again, it had just taken off from LaGuardia, headed to Charlotte when the pilot reported that he hit a strike, a flock of birds, rather. US Airways plane here, and we know that it was an A320 there. We're waiting to get more information as far as who makes the engine, and we are going to be speaking with Frank Lorenzo, who, of course, is a leading executive, former... Frank, are you with me?